You have to do this every week. Why can't someone else clap? Why is it always me who claps?
Because you're the guitar player.
Welcome to another episode of The Profile. My name's Gary Dunn, and I'm your host. And tonight we have a wonderful bass player on the couch, or chair. Wish we had a couch. Roy Daniels, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very nice to have you.
Yes.
Very nice to have you in here. And have you been fed and got your drinks?
I've got the best tea here.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful tea.
Single malt tea.
Yeah, single.
Very nice.
Yes, very nice.
So, Roy,
Yeah.
start with where were you born?
Right. I was born in Glasgow, in Scotland.
Celtic or Rangers?
Not by choice, Celtic.
Wow. That was
They've never won a football match, I don't think.
Celtic? Oh, come on, they're winning everything.
Are they?
They've won the premiership about 5 years in a row at the moment.
Serious?
You obviously don't watch it.
No, I don't. I don't like football.
Very hard place to grow up in too.
Oh, absolutely,
Glasgow.
yeah. The dead guy in the bus stop.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On your way to school in the morning.
On the way to school in the morning. Were you there?
Wow. No, I wasn't, but I remember you telling me about 20 minutes ago. And
Oh, that was right. That
Producers
was you.
I was there, it was me.
Okay.
I'm still alive.
Excellent.
No, Roy, okay, what instruments do you play? Apart from bass. We all know you're a great bass player. And
Apart from bass,
are there any other instruments?
I dabble a little on the six string,
Yep.
but no, just a bass player.
Just a bass player?
Yeah.
Just say just a bass player.
Oh, I can plunk a chord on the thing, but
No bass player, no band. So,
never a truer word spoken.
yes. What was the time in your life where you realised, I'm going to play music, I'm going to be a bass player? What was that inspiration or the moment? Can you share that with us?
Yes, I can. In 1963, October, we came to Point Walter Hostel, and Johnny Johnston had arrived, and we were kind of knocking around parties and stuff, and everyone was a guitar player.
Yep.
And that went on for a while, and then this rather large gentleman said, "We need a bass player." And I got scared. So, yeah, okay, I'll do it.
So you were really threatened into playing
I was
bass?
threatened by a large man.
Wow. You can't name that large man?
I can't remember who he
Oh,
was.
okay.
No, he was just, I think he was scary. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Coming from Scotland, if someone does that to you, you just go, yep, okay, no worries.
So did you know what a bass was then, or you
Not a clue.
had to go and buy one? And,
No, I started going around parties with the same gang, and there'd be a bass guitar over there, but no one would play it because everyone was looking
You
at
wanted
it
to play
going,
bass.
what the hell's that, you
Yes.
know? It's got two strings missing. Yeah, so I, took it up.
So what would your earliest
fear.
influence musically have come from? Which band?
You won't believe this, but I used to listen to Thelonious Monk.
Thelonious Monk.
Yeah, when I was starting off, you know,
Yeah.
and trying to play the bass lines to Thelonious Monk. Not very good. It's quite hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's, you know, out there.
And you conquered those, obviously?
No. Failed, yes. So I ended up playing Tijuana brass stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that was better.
So, okay, so 1965, age 15, first band, Sands of Time.
Sands of Time.
It sort of reminds me of like the
Were you
sands. No, the sands through the hourglass.
Yeah.
This is the days of our
Ding,
life.
dong, ding, dong. Yeah, no, Sands of Time.
So you obviously learnt the bass.
I was playing bass then,
Yep.
in a fashion, yes. But the drummer was an electrician and the lead guitarist was a chef, and you know, they were all, none of them were wanting to be musicians. So, battle on.
Okay, and from there you met one gentleman called Mr. John Worrell.
Correct. Yes.
It was about 1968.
Yeah.
My producer's written some little notes here for
Yeah,
me.
that's good.
And you got a band together with Alex Mayfield,
Yeah.
who's the drummer.
Yeah. No.
No.
Guitar player.
He was a guitar player, sorry. The drummer died on the way to Tamworth. Can you share that story with us?
Well, I can't actually, because I was playing with Albie Poole, and I went to Tamworth to do a gig, and I saw the Steele Brothers, and I said, "Where's Ken?" You know, and they went, "Oh, I've got some bad news." You know, Ken was he's the only one that never got out of the aeroplane that had a crash landing.
Wow.
Yeah, so
he died
he's from Manning. He's a Manning boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting story.
And Alex has just passed away recently too.
Wow. Okay. Rest in peace, Alex.
Like so many of our friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do on this show, actually, document as much as we can before
Someone dies.
Unfortunately, yes. You'll be all right tonight, I think, Roy. So tell us what happened after that, after the Tamworth thing.
Well, see, it's a kind of a funny sort of a picture, you know, like I've done a lot of one-off things that don't really fit into the diary so much, but I think after that I was...
was it Ssarb or...
Well, Ssarb was like 69,
Yep.
So, yeah. And here's the secret that no one knows. I was called up to go and do national service, and I told all the guys, "No worries, boys, I haven't been called up. I've got the all clear." And just like really hoping that I never... But I did get called up, and I had to fail on medical grounds.
How did you do that? How did you fail on medical grounds?
Well, I faked a back injury.
Okay.
And but there was lots of other people in the medical room, and there was one big hairy guy, and he had a dress on, and he was staring in the light globe. So when they gave him the eyesight test, he couldn't see anything, you know. But he had a dress on, and he was. I was looking at, "What are you doing?" And another guy, he said, "I've just eaten 5 watermelons, and my sugar's going to be out the window, and they won't have me."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, my last question here is: there something that we don't know about you, and you've already answered it.
Well, I'm sorry.
You know, can you wait? I've got a sequence thing here.
I'll do my best.
Thank you, Roy.
Yes, I'm sorry, but my life has been a bit jumpy around.
Yes, I can tell that.
Yeah,
wearing dresses.
Bit here, bit there.
And faking back injuries. So Brendon Darby was in Ssarb, wasn't he?
He was.
Yep. We've got to get him on the show.
You must.
His name comes up time and time again.
You must.
Yes.
It'd be like interviewing John Cleese.
Yes. That's another question I ask. Is there anybody that you would recommend to be on the show? But I'll can ask you that later, and I'll just answer that one.
Later, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Greg Schultz was in the band.
He was.
Brandon Fosdyke.
Fozzie.
Yes. We had him on a little while ago. He came in with his Hawaiian shirt and his little Hawaiian trees. And
That's right. Very funny.
Yes.
Do you know what me and Brenton did to Pecco? We were in a band called the Cherokees.
Yep.
And Pecco went into town. We were in Albany, and Pecco went out for a while, and Brenton and myself we were living in this house. These people gave us a house, the band house. Remember the band house?
Yes.
We turned everything upside down. We turned every single piece of furniture upside down. Even there was a telephone with a phone book on a telephone table, and we turned it upside down. So it was just balancing on the handset. It was upside down. And we put, there was a telegraph pole outside, you know, and those braces.
Yes.
Cable with the telegraph pole dug into the ground. Put an axe in that, and we set fire to the rubbish bin. And Pecco came home, and he went, "Oh my God, what's..." We were hiding in the laundry, naked. And he walked in the house, and we all went running past him, and things on fire, and there's axes, and there's, you know, and
naked men.
He wasn't impressed.
No. Well, I suppose the upside of it would have been when you did turn the chair upside down, 4 of you could have sat on the same chair. Would have been.
Without any clothes on?
Yes.
Well, no, that'd be naughty.
I thought you were already naughty, actually.
Well, a little, but not that way.
Okay. Oh, God, I've lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you have. Look into my eyes. Not around my eyes, look into my eyes.
Okay.
You're feeling very tired. There you go. So, Gary, tell me, where were
Yes.
you born?
I was born in Newcastle, North East England.
Really?
Yes, I'm a Geordie.
You don't sound like a Geordie.
Well, yeah, man, you want me to talk like one, man?
Hey, I bought a record.
Yeah. Take the dog for a walk, man.
That's very funny.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, right.
So, I've got Joined, Meyer, Cash, Worrell, Fatty Lumpkin,
Fatty Lumpkin was born.
1971.
That's it.
What an amazing band.
And you know what? Usually you'd start a band up and you have to get a day job to... we all had day jobs.
Wow.
That's why we started the band, because we weren't playing. So it was the opposite.
I used to sneak in and see you guys when I was pretty young. And I always looked up at the stage and I saw your good self playing bass, and I think I even came up and tried to say hello to you once. But
And what did I do?
didn't talk to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary. Do
That's all right, we're talking now.
you want a hug?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do apologise.
Thank you.
I've always liked you. I
Thank
don't,
you.
it
Thanks.
wasn't deliberate.
I was more worried that my microphone would come off then, so.
Ah, no worries.
That-
We've got
that's a great.
expert fitting on these babies.
Yes. Well, Mark Whitehouse from ProCopy just loves putting these
Very
on. He likes
expensive
to,
man.
you know.
Sorry, he's
I
not
noticed-
really. He's not really.
No, but I noticed how he was really enjoying putting yours
He
on.
was. We go back.
Because it's a segue for me to
But
say.
you know what? He still won't do my cassette tapes
Well, this is.
at a reasonable price. I mean, we're all friends, you
If
know.
you have old videos or old tapes, Mark can turn something like this from your old tapes, package it. He does all of these sorts of things, and he does them for a very reasonable price. Just trying to get him to quote on some of mine.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I'll be right behind you in that
I've got to go to
queue.
my bank manager and get a loan.
Yep. Mortgage the house.
So, Fatty Lumpkin, how long were you in Fatty Lumpkin for?
In and out, you know, you'd lose interest and then go away and do something for 6 months and then,
And then come back.
yeah, it was a bit,
Did you ever leave not on your own will, or?
yes,
Yes.
yeah. Well, you get sick of it, you know. Same, well, you know, I don't know what it is. You just play the same songs for 3 years and you
Yes.
go, oh, yeah, you know, get me out of here
Yeah.
and look for something else. That's
And then come back and do
then,
those songs
and you go,
again.
this isn't working all that well. Can I come back and play
Yeah.
and earn some money?
Yep. After that, Air Force with Marie Klassen,
Yeah.
who were hoping to get on the show.
Yeah, excellent.
Some people have told us we don't have enough girls on the show. It's a bit of a sausage fest, this show, but
Oh, you had Fozzie, didn't you?
yes,
He's a bit of a girl.
yeah. Well, that's
In a fashion.
no, you're absolutely right.
Well,
you know, there's a lot of girls that come on this show, but people don't see them as that
We've
way.
shared the same dressing room. I know
Yes.
about him. I know all about him.
Were the palm trees in there, or?
What a giveaway. I mean, who wears a Hawaiian shirt these days?
Oh,
I mean,
well,
without saying, you know, not that there's anything wrong with it. I mean, you know.
the first interview we ever did, some 30 episodes ago, was with one Stephen Gard.
Stevie.
Yes, and 1978. What was the band called?
Sweethearts.
Yes.
Yes. I always called him George
Why?
because we both had Falcons. We both had Ford cars. And there was an ad on the TV. George and I were driving the Falcon, you know. And so I just called him George.
Ah, okay.
He still answers to it.
I'm going to
I
call
go,
him George
how
next
you
time I
go?"
see him.
Hey?
I'm going to call him George next time I see him and see
He'll-
what he says.
There won't be any questions.
Yeah.
No.
He's actually had that was our first show or our first episode, and he's had the most views out of anyone. Our producer says it's because of the clip at the end.
Is that right?
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The clip at the end?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
It's that one where they're all playing.
They're playing music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, When did you meet Rick Whittle? Was it in Lumpkin or Ssarb?
Ssarb,
Yeah.
69, conscripted,
Because he's known as the
lying.
he's known as the octopus, and you guys have been joined at the hip for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or whatever the equivalent
In bands,
in
out
an
of bands.
octopus is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time together.
Do you think you'll ever play again?
Never.
Together? Never.
Never. I hate him.
Why?
No, I don't really. I'm
So
going to
I thought
find
you
him
were
and
being
give him
really
a hug.
serious.
I
You
am.
know,
Huh?
I thought you were being serious then. Bit of controversy on the show. No?
No, it's all good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we just haven't crossed paths
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will.
And
Maybe at a funeral or...
there will, there will be many, I'm sure. You can cross paths many times.
I'm from Scotland, you know.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
could organise a funeral.
Yes.
Just like that.
that.
Well, you know, you're from...
Okay.
Bought a record.
Yeah, that's right. So, hello, Mr. Matt Taylor.
Yes, 1980.
Tell me the story.
I was a postie, and I was working with the Air Force with Marie and John
Yep.
and the octopus, and it's kind of just fell apart, petered out, and I wasn't doing very much, and I got a telephone call from Matt and said, let's do it. So we got the octopus, and it was all good again.
Wow.
Yeah,
Back with the octopus.
yeah.
Was Phil Manning around then, or
Yeah, it was the reunion for Matt and Phil.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Great players. I mean, the band must have been awesome.
At
Particularly with you
times.
playing bass.
I was the best.
I know.
No one says that.
I do.
The
remember
people
you used to
come
come
along
into
and they go,
Cosmic.
"What are you doing?" You know. But I reckon I was the best out of all that. I was the best bit.
Because I remember going to see you and thinking you were the best.
Even though I didn't talk to you and I ignored
Yes.
you.
And then the next time I saw you, I was working at Cosmic in the 90s or late 80s, early 90s. And wow, that's Roy Daniels. You actually came in and you talked to me there.
That fat guy over there.
Can you remember that? Or-
No.
No. See? Okay. No worries.
I'm sorry, I'm old.
I'll move on. And then you and the Octopus again.
Yes.
Massive band, Vdelli.
Yes.
Can you tell me how
Great band.
you toured as well overseas and so on and so forth?
We went to Bali.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I saw you on Bali.
That's right.
You talked to me. Yes, and you talked to me that time.
Yeah, well.
Yes. I think you wanted to talk to my wife more than me, but anyway, we did
Who,
talk.
me?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
From Glasgow, you know.
Can you tell me a bit about Vdelli and your experiences with that?
Not really. I mean, got a telephone call from the octopus, and
Just
joined
using
up.
one of his hands
Yeah, one of his
The oth-
tentacles
the other
on the
seven.
phone, and the other
would be doing other things.
other things. Yes. Yeah. So it was great. It was a really good band,
Mm.
especially with Michael Vdelli and Gerard Monique. They were just
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wet paint. They were.
Wet paint,
Yeah. Like
Nice.
wet paint on a canvas.
nice and smooth.
Beautiful.
Mm. All the colours gelled and
Perfect.
yeah.
Complemented each other
Mm.
admirably.
Yes.
It was really good.
And Nervous Investors. Who was in that band?
Nervous Investors is Ace Follington
Yeah.
and Les Chekarski.
All right.
And they were in the Hippos, and they were also in the Bondi Cigars. They were founding members.
Great bands.
And Les came to live in WA, and telephone rang. Let's go and do something. Albany. No,
Back to Albany.
Esperance Yacht Club.
All right.
No rehearsal. New Year's Eve gig.
Tables upside down or
Upside down
naked.
everywhere. Pregnant girls dancing. It was just barefooted. Like it was just fabulous. It was just
it took you back to your Albany days with Pecco and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very similar. Esperance and Albany.
yeah,
Yeah,
sort of down south, aren't they?
both of them.
Mm. Sort of next to each other, really,
Yeah.
but a fair few kilometres.
Nowhere
apart.
near Bali.
Absolutely not.
No, and a different climate and a different, different people.
Could you live down there in that cold weather, or do you prefer Bali?
Well, these days I would prefer Bali.
Yeah.
But no, I never lived in Albany. It was too cold.
Yeah.
It's too much like Glasgow.
Sort of makes you less of a man, doesn't it?
Well,
like cold.
I didn't want to say that, but you're right. Yeah.
So talk to me about the Undies.
Right. Well, the Undies was a very silly band because new wave music had started, and the Undies decided they would be a new wave band. And so I can't remember. I think there was Brendon Darby was on drums. Mick O'Donnell was the guitar player, and there was two girl singers, and Mick Glendinning on bass. And I wasn't in that band, but I was called the Master, and I used to stand in my underpants at the back of the stage while they performed.
And that was it?
That was it.
Did they pay you? Like, did
No.
you? No?
No, that was right before I did the Clio centerfold.
You did the Clio
I
centerfold?
did that, yeah. I didn't win.
Did you get paid for that, or?
No. I had two gorgeous girls walk me out onto the catwalk with my little tummy hanging out over my bathers. It was very exciting.
How old were you then, Roy? 20s, 30s?
30 something.
So the body was still...
Magnificent. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they were the days.
Yes.
It's gone to hell now.
No, you're still looking pretty good, mate.
Oh, well, you're just saying that because...
Well, he told me to say it.
Huh.
Yeah. Said it would make you feel good.
Well.
Okay, let's go back a bit again, I
bit?
suppose. Dave Hull, you played in a band called the Bandage.
In the 60s, yeah, with Brenton.
Yeah.
And Al Cash.
Al
I think
Cash.
it was, yeah.
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 So
It's a very silly band.
it's good because it sort of ties into a whole pile of...
It's like this, you know, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to...
To pinpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the diary was all to hell back then, you know.
And let's go sideways a little bit,
Sideways.
okay? Sideways.
I love it.
Other jobs throughout your life apart from music, because we all had to supplement our income. What did you do? Did you have other jobs?
Yes, I did. I went it was the beginning of 1969. I went to Sydney to become famous. And I ended up working out in some suburb out there where all the industry is, and it was called the Apex Welding Factory. And they had these little triang toddlers, little tricycle things. And how the front wheel got fixed onto the seat was a little bar that was like this. And I used to bend the bars.
Wow.
So he'd go, see those bars over there? There's 9 million of them. We want them all bent like that. So you put it in the jig, walk over there, get the pole, put the pole on the piece of metal, walk it round, bend it, you know, till it hit the stop, take the pole off, walk back, put the pole over there, take this piece, and put it in that box. It was a bit like Jabberwocky, you know? It was a bit like that. But it took weeks of just bending this one little piece of bar for money.
It was a bit like playing the same song for 3 years, maybe.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yes, very similar.
So
Without the bar.
big body
With a
swerve
different
from
kind
that.
of bar.
Yeah. Different kind of bar.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the important part of the whole
Your life
thing.
has been full of bars.
Full of bars.
Really? And you're probably drinking them as well.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Scotch.
Yeah. I just remembered Jim Rossiter's death cocktail.
Please tell us.
Well, at the end of the night, they would put all the empty bottles from the things at the end of one bar, and Jimmy used to go there with a tumbler, and he would just
Get the bits out of the...
says there'd be a couple of drips, and then he'd go to the next one, and there was everything, you know. There's rum, there was bourbon, there was scotch. There was
You could probably
everything.
fill a glass up like that.
He did,
Yeah.
and he
so
drank it too.
He did.
Yeah.
Didn't share it?
No.
So talking about gym, it reminds me, of course, of Gobbles
Yes.
nightclub
Yes.
and Hello Harrigan's.
Yes.
And tell us how many different bands you played in there, because I know you played in quite a few.
Okay. You know what? It used to be called Floridita.
Floridita.
And I played there in a band called the Diplomats. And there was 3 Indonesian... I know it's not on the list. I just remembered it. I'm sorry.
I'll have to talk to my producer about this.
Right.
Diplomats?
Yes.
You didn't tell me about that.
Andre, Platon and Leon. And if they saw this, I'd love it if they would make some connection, because...
Saw this program now?
yes, but they're a bit older than me, so they might not be Facebooky kind of guys, you know.
Can you maybe look into Strachan's camera and make a plea, maybe, or say something about
If
it?
anyone out there knows of the whereabouts of Andre, Leon or Platon Zapanti, please get them to call me. They made the most beautiful food.
Wow.
And I think I was about 14 or 15 when I went off with them. I just turned into a chili head.
All right.
Yeah. Beautiful food.
Yeah.
Well, I can't find them. I've looked at all the Zapantis in the telephone book and nah, sorry.
So how many years would have you put in at Gobbles or in that building?
Well, when it was the Floridita, we used to play Tijuana brass songs and, you know, stuff like that. And so, but that was 60
Yeah.
something.
But then you were still playing there in nearly 90 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal people kind of try to progress through their life,
Mm.
but I just seem to have stagnated in 1964 and repetition. Just keep doing it till something happens.
So, who's your favourite band of all time?
See, I think a lot of musos get asked that question, and you know, like, how can you answer that? Because as you progress through your life, there's been different favourite bands all the way along, you know. It was Zappa for a long time,
Yeah.
then Weather Report,
Yeah.
and now there's just bands out there that are ridiculous, you know. I can't remember one name, but they seem to have become, you know, like all the bass players are entities, and they play with this band, this guy, that band.
Yeah. So, I mean,
So-
was there some sort of music you enjoy playing more? Is it the blues? Is it...
See, there's the playing side of it and there's the listening side of it.
Yeah.
You listen to jazz from
You
hell.
separate both of those?
Yes,
Yep.
yeah. But I can't play any of it.
Mm.
So the Tijuana brass stuff is pretty good
Yes.
for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the Weather Report stuff, no, leave that alone. Jacko,
Yeah, pretty good.
scary.
Yeah, very scary. So, okay, what was the best Perth band you saw live? Is that something you could answer?
Well, it's a toss-up between the Night After
Oh.
and V Capri, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a tough choice.
You're
you
looking
know.
for more single malt, I think.
Well, I'll finish
very-
my tea first, and then maybe.
Okay. I think you're having a land of me there, but anyway. Favourite album you would take to a deserted island? Let's say you knew you were going to be on a deserted island. There's only one album you could listen to. What would that be?
This deserted island.
Yes.
Is there any electricity on this deserted island?
Well, you could have a gramophone that you wind up,
Ooh.
and there could be a little bit of electricity. There could be a battery pack, solar panels, you know.
On a deserted island?
Yes, yes.
I might take along my own dansette. Do you remember the dansette?
Mhm.
Where you had the lid, you could open, had a
Yes.
battery in it,
Yes.
and you can play.
You're sort of answering your own question.
I am answering my own question. I would take the dansette, and I
Yes.
would take a Weather Report album.
Weather Report. Thank you for that long-winded answer, Roy.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So, what does your future hold for you?
I seem to gravitate around this one gig. It's the Hilton Park Bowling Club.
Yep.
And I play there with Nervous Investors, and I play there with Paul Daly, and remember Russell Smith
Yes.
from Company
Yes.
Kane and
Yep.
all those other bands, and Madeis, and we go down, and I play there with Jim Fisher.
So is that
On
an
the
every
occasion?
week thing you're doing
No,
still?
no, it's every 4 or 5 weeks.
All right.
they have a different artist on, and I
Yeah.
just seem to be the bass player for because they, we're doing the New Year's Eve show there, so that's with Les and Paul, and
All right.
it'll be good.
Well, I lived down in South Yanderup, and Ravenswood Hotel had a blues festival on, and opened up with Dave Hull, and I look up on the stage because I haven't seen you for quite some time, and I thought, who is that playing great bass player?
That old guy.
Who's that guy?
Yeah.
I didn't realise you had, hair like me now.
Yeah.
And stuff, the same colour, and
Very old now.
and had a bit of a chat to Dave, and he said it was you, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Did I say hello?
I didn't come up and ask you anything.
I lost the vibe.
Yeah,
You go, well,
gave that up years
hopeless,
ago.
I'm not going to talk to
He's
him.
probably not going to talk to me anyway, so
Yeah,
I won't
yeah.
bother saying anything.
Idiot. Yeah.
No, it was a great gig. It was really good.
Yeah,
Really
it's just
enjoyed it.
yeah. We do a quick rehearsal, and that's always
Mm.
when
We
I
just-
get sidetracked.
Yeah, wonderful guy and wonderful player. And we did that Pecco gig and rehearsed. He was sick and
Yeah.
still came along, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was good to get on stage and play with my heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and likewise, if I could ever be on the same stage as you, I'd be blessed. I'm sure.
Let's start something.
I'll give
You
my
and
phone
me.
number.
Let's start something.
I'll give you my phone number.
I'm not doing very much. It's a good time to get me, and a good time to get you. Are you doing much?
Well, actually, my life is full of 24/7, all sorts of stuff. So I could make some room for you, but
Well, you're a host now.
yes.
You've got a little tentacle in many different.
Yes, I don't have 8,
No,
but yeah, I've got maybe 6 or so. Yeah,
6
things are
is
going.
good. 6 is enough.
Yeah. Hexagon. So do you collect anything, Roy?
Well, not consciously, but if I see a bass guitar there, well, how much do you want for that? So that's.
How many basses do you have?
I have to walk sideways into my music room because I can't. There's basses everywhere, but it's not like a huge number, but they're good machines. They.
Is it something you looked at and thought, well, you saw someone playing a Gibson bass, and thought, I've got to have one of those because of the person playing it, or is it more just you pick up a bass and it feels good, so you think, well,
Yeah, or someone rings me and says, I've got 7 bass guitars and I'm leaving town. Do you want to come and have a look?
Yeah.
I end up with 3 of them,
Yeah,
and it's wrong.
Yeah.
I know it's wrong,
yeah,
but I can't help myself. So, yeah, I guess I collect basses.
yeah. And what would you put on your gravestone? It's a great answer. He's sleeping.
Yes.
Be quiet. Look, we have this guitar here.
There it is.
We are going to auction it off on telethon, thanks to my favourite friend Slim Jim.
Great.
He does the graveyard shift on there, the rock and roll shift, and
Is that Channel 7?
that is Channel 7 telethon.
I did a telethon with Mum's tennis friends.
Yep.
If there was any footage of that around, it'd be well accepted.
Is that the clip you want us to play at the end?
Maybe.
Okay. Would you like to sign in white on the sides or the back, or do you want to go on the front?
Let me think.
The octopus, go next to the octopus maybe, and
Yes.
the Rossiter, and
Yes. Good. Who else is on here?
the choice is
I
yours.
usually went and sign
Well,
for
there
the
I am.
Dave Hole posters. I sign on his face, so that people know that I was there. But I don't know.
You can put it next to me if you like. Or,
Where are you?
Oh, I'm
There.
yeah, I'm right there.
I'll do that next to you.
You can have the black pen.
It's a good name for a song.
I'll do that next to you.
I will put my signature in here.
Thank you, Roy. Much appreciated. Royston. Royston McDaniel.
Aye.
Hey, Danu.
Aye.
Thank you so much for doing that.
It'll be great.
That
I
just-
hope it's
Well, we
successful.
were going to get $4,999, but now I think we'll hit the $5,000 mark.
You
that
reckon
you're
we'll
on
get
there.
that extra $1?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
don't think so, Gaz.
Wonderful
I
of
don't
you.
think so.
You don't think so?
I think it'd take more than that.
Yeah. No, that's wonderful.
Hey, that's not a bad guitar. I might pop along to the auction and
Do you have a spare 5 or
put
10
my hand up, you know.
thousand?
It's for a good cause.
Absolutely. You could take your super, put a down payment.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
We'll talk about that after.
I'll take all of my super out and try and buy that.
Okay. Is there anybody you would recommend to come on this show?
There's so many people that you could have on this show.
Can you enlighten us
Can't
with a
think
few?
of one.
No.
No, I think like well, you could do Les Karski.
Yep.
You could do Ace. I mean, you could do. Is Jim coming on? Fisher.
Jim Fisher, yes, is coming on.
He'll be good.
Yes.
He's got a few good
I
stories.
think his car keeps breaking down or something
All right.
like that.
Well, he drives those old Valiants.
Mm.
What do you expect? You know.
Yeah.
Should get a new one.
Well,
Something dependable.
not a new Valiant. They don't make them anymore.
No. I know a good mechanic. He could.
What, do you want to be on the show or?
Paul Vdelli would be interesting to be on
There
the
you
show
go.
because he's the harmonica player from Hilton Park.
Wow.
Yeah. So and singer. He sings as well.
Yep.
Yeah. He'd be good.
Excellent. Last question.
Last question.
Is there something we don't know about you? Nobody knows. Apart from that other thing you were talking about before.
I don't think so.
Nothing at all? Nothing you want to share with us?
Nothing I want to share with you. No.
Okay.
So, but I do have this. I'd like to get my body in shape so I can fit into that little black dress. You know, that size 10. You know, I miss that.
You missed the size 10 dress.
Yes. Yeah. It's still at home in the wardrobe, but I can't fit in there anymore. So.
But you used to fit in there?
Oh yeah. It's
Where would-
like a glove.
Where would you wear that dress?
just-
Or was it just a home thing? Or
Just around church.
just around church?
Go to church on Sunday then. Wear the little black number.
Celtic, you were
Turns
Catholic, that
heads.
means? If you were Celtic, part of Glasgow, you were Catholic, yeah? So you'd go to the
Not
Catholic.
by choice, Gary. Not by
Okay.
choice.
So, but you would go to a Catholic church in the dress if you were to do that?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go to a Protestant church. I'd be struck down.
So, I mean, we're having a plebiscite soon on same-sex marriage. Maybe you and Rick, maybe, or the octopus, or...
I've never seen him in a little black dress, so
Well, no, you would be
you know,
in the,
we'd have to
you'd be
do a
in the
test
dress,
run, you know.
Test run. You'd be in the dress and he would be in the octopus suit.
Ah, well, see, you've tripped yourself up there.
How?
Because if it's same sex, we both have to be in little black dresses.
Ah, that totally, you caught me out there.
So you can't have one and the other.
No.
You can't be doing that, you
No.
know. It's got to be one. It's got to be
Yes.
one thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, ain't
Like
gonna
all
work.
marriages.
Not there's anything wrong with it.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
No.
No. I was quite clearly stated I'm going to vote yes. So I'm on your side.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I know you are.
You're with me.
I definitely am.
We'll start something.
Roy, absolute pleasure having you in.
Yes.
It's
Good
been
fun.
fun. It's always fun talking to you.
Stop it, Gary.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
I just can't wait to see that little black dress.
I'll be back.
yes.
I'm sure.
Look, I'm not sure what clip we're going to go to and what Royston's going to be wearing, but enjoy it, whatever it is, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.